Diary Entry 1. Dear Diary, I'm back at it again, sitting in my cozy nook by the window, the maple tree waving its branches as if in greeting. It's been a while since we've caught up, hasn't it? Life has been a roller coaster, and I needed a moment to collect my thoughts. I've been pouring my heart into Eternal Echoes, the story of Harmony and Aaron, a romance novel I started writing that genuinely tugs at my soul. I mean, who wouldn't be intrigued by a girl who sees ghosts? It's both fascinating and terrifying. Don't you think, diary? I find myself daydreaming about what it'd be like to encounter a spirit myself. Never mind. I'll probably be scared shitless. Oh, speaking of encounters, I went to a coffee shop yesterday to get my caffeine fix. Guess what? The stupid barista accidentally spilled coffee on my new white shirt. Talk about a start to the day. But you know what? I laughed it off and thanked the universe for giving me a chance to practice my stain removal skills. Diary Entry 2. Dear Diary. These headaches are becoming a daily ritual now. I've even named them, the headache hour. Catchy. But on a serious note, it's been tough juggling my writing and these annoying symptoms. Maybe I should consider a caffeine detox, as tempting as it is to run back to that coffee shop. On a brighter note, I had a virtual hangout with my besties today. It was such a mood booster. We laughed, reminisced about our crazy college days, and made plans for a much-needed reunion soon. Friends like them remind me that life is meant to be shared, especially the good and the bad. Diary Entry 3. Dear Diary, it's been a while since I last wrote to you, and boy, do I have a lot to share. As I sat by the window today, the maple tree outside seemed to beckon me, its yellow leaves dancing in the breeze. I'm back trying to pour my heart into Eternal Echoes, the story of Harmony and Aaron. Writing can be so hard. It's not all inspiration and magical moments. Some days, the words flow effortlessly, and I feel like I'm soaring with the eagles. Other days, like today, it feels like I'm struggling to make sense of the jumble in my mind. Speaking of struggles, remember that coffee shop incident? Well, I managed to laugh it off then, but today I spilled my own coffee all over my notes. What a mess. I wanted to cry, but I held back the tears and reminded myself that mistakes are a part of life. We stumble, we fall, but we get back up again. In the midst of the chaos, a thought crossed my mind: what if Harmony and Aaron's love story had a moment like this? A coffee spill that brings them closer together, despite the awkwardness. It could be a quirky and endearing scene, showing the beauty of love in unexpected moments. Diary Entry 4. Dear Diary, today was my doctor's appointment, and let me tell you, I was nervous as heck. The clinic felt like the waiting room of doom. But you know what made me feel better? A little girl in the corner. She had this adorable smile that could melt the coldest of hearts. The doctor confirmed my fears: brain cancer. I wish I could say I took the news like a stoic hero, but tears streamed down my cheeks like a waterfall. It's hard, diary, facing mortality at 25. All those plans, dreams, and aspirations feel like they're slipping through my fingers. I couldn't help but see the irony. Here I am, writing a romance about a girl who falls in love with a ghost, and now I have a haunting ghost of my own. How do I deal with this? How do I write an ending for my own story? I'm not sure how I'm supposed to deal with this. I feel hopeless. Diary Entry 5. Dear Diary, how I wish I could write to you every day, but life gets in the way. Today was one of those days when I felt like giving up on my writing. The headaches have become a daily struggle, and it's getting harder to focus on anything, even the story that means so much to me. I met up with my besties today, and it was such a breath of fresh air. We talked about everything and nothing, and I realized how much I needed their support. They reminded me that it's okay to feel lost sometimes, that I don't have to have all the answers. As I thought about Harmony's unique ability to see ghosts, I wondered how I could add depth to her character. How about giving her a moment of doubt and fear? A moment when she questions whether she's going crazy or if her gift is a blessing in disguise. It would make her journey all the more relatable and human. Diary Entry 6. Dear Diary, life has been a whirlwind lately, and I must admit, it hasn't been all smooth sailing. But amidst the storm, I found a glimmer of hope. Remember the clumsy barista from that coffee shop? Well, fate had its way, and we crossed paths again. Turns out, Zach is not just an expert at spilling coffee, he's also an expert at apologizing. He reached out after hearing about my diagnosis, and we went on a date. Who would have thought that a coffee spill would lead to something so unexpectedly cute? His hazel eyes and brown hair seemed to mesmerize me, and his genuine kindness melted my heart. We laughed and shared stories about our dreams and fears, and for a moment, I forgot about my illness. Zach reminded me that life still has surprises in store, even in the midst of chaos. Diary Entry 7. Dear Diary, the maple tree outside seems to be shedding its leaves faster than I can keep up with my writing. Maybe it's telling me to slow down and enjoy the simple moments. So, I decided to take a break today and bake some cookies. There's something therapeutic about the smell of freshly baked goodies. I also took a walk to the park. The sun felt warm on my skin, and the laughter of little children playing in the background was a beautiful symphony. It kinda reminded me that life goes on, even when it feels like everything is standing still. Diary Entry 8. Dear Diary, my dad visited today, and let me tell you, it was a disaster. We had a shouting match that probably startled the neighbors. He just doesn't get it, he never does. It's like he's living in his little bubble, oblivious to the struggles I'm facing. I don't need his pity or hollow words, I need understanding. We talked, or rather, yelled, about everything from my diagnosis to me not wanting chemotherapy. But amidst all the anger and resentment, there was a glimmer of sadness in his eyes that made me hesitate. Maybe deep down, he does care, but he's just bad at showing it. Diary Entry 9. Dear Diary, I've been in a constant state of emotional turmoil lately. It's exhausting, and I'm tired of putting on a brave face for everyone. My so-called besties think they're helping, but all their coddling and pitying glances are making it worse. I don't need their sympathy, I need them to treat me like the same person I was before the diagnosis. And as for Zach, he's getting clingy. It's like he sees my illness as an opportunity to play the hero and swoop in to save the damsel in distress. I didn't ask for his attention, and I certainly don't need it. But he keeps showing up, trying to make me laugh, and I find myself cracking a smile in spite of myself. Diary Entry 10. Today was a mix of emotions. I had a virtual author event for Eternal Echoes. Seeing the excitement on readers' faces as they asked about Harmony and Aaron's journey was heartwarming. Little did they know, this story is so much more than just fiction to me. Later in the day, my besties came over with a surprise care package. It had all my favorite things, chocolates, funny movies, and, of course, a cute plush teddy bear. Maybe this cancer thing isn't such a bad thing after all. Huh, Diary. Of course I might be saying this with a lot of sarcasm, but I really enjoy all the nice gifts I'm getting. In that moment, I couldn't help but wonder how Aaron, the ghost in Eternal Echoes, could comfort Harmony in her darkest hours. Maybe he could be her silent guardian, a presence that brings her a sense of peace, even when the world seems to crumble around her. Diary Entry 11. Dear Diary, the weight of my diagnosis still bears down on me, but I've stopped pushing people away. Maybe it's exhaustion, or perhaps I've come to realize that my time is limited, and I can't afford to push everyone out of my life. My besties may be annoyingly overprotective, but they mean well. Maybe I should give them a chance to support me, even if they do it in their own awkward ways. And Zach, he's been persistent. I can't deny that he's been a source of comfort when I least expected it. Maybe, just maybe, there's more to him than I initially thought. It's strange how he's grown on me, like an endearing puppy. Life has its way of shaking us to the core and showing us what truly matters. I may not have all the answers, but I'm slowly learning to accept the love and care that comes my way, even if it's from the most unexpected places. With a hint of hope. Diary Entry 12. Dear Diary, the headaches have been taking a toll on me, but I refuse to let them get in the way of my writing. I've been working on the ending of Eternal Echoes, and it feels like saying goodbye to old friends. Harmony and Aaron have become a part of me, and I hope their story touches the hearts of readers. To take my mind off things, I joined a virtual book club. It's amazing how books bring people together from different walks of life. We discussed love, life, and everything in between. It's a beautiful reminder that storytelling is a gift that unites us all. Diary Entry 13. Dear Diary, the final draft of Eternal Echoes is complete. It's both liberating and terrifying to send it off into the world. I hope it reaches people, and reminds them to embrace life's uncertainties with courage and love. The maple tree outside has lost almost all of its leaves, but it stands tall and strong, like a silent guardian. It reminds me to be resilient, just like it, in the face of whatever comes my way. Well, that's enough writing for me today. Goodbye. With love, Harmony.